Alright, this is a review of Superman and Shazam, Captain Marvel, First Thunder, written by Jude Winnick, and artist is Joshua Middleton. Um, this is a good book. Artwork is great. It fits the setting and the characters perfectly. Um, a lot of people don't like Jude Winnick, but I think this is I can definitely say this is one of his um, more outstanding works than I guess what he's been doing recently, which has kind of been pissing people off. I don't know. I think people just hate his work on Green Arrow, but this is good. This is one of his better works. The story is that it takes place when Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, first meets Superman, and Billy Blayson is going around helping take down crime and whatnot, and he meets Superman for the first time, and they have to help. They had to take down a new villain in the Captain Marvel's Rose Gallery, whose powers are very similar to Captain Marvel's, but he uses powers from the devils, from the underworld, instead of the power from the wizard. And some very dark things happening here. Considering I guess it was geared towards, I would say, 14-year-olds, but it seems like it reads more like a book that's geared towards like more adult audience. It's something I think everybody can read. It's not like overly bloody. It's bloody, but it's not overly bloody. It's not like everything in here is like a blood splatter. It is a mature book, but I would give it to, I give it to a kid. They can read it. One of the things that happens in here, I'm gonna kind of spoil this, so I really don't like to spoil stuff, but a lot of people have been saying that I haven't been giving away a lot of information. So I'm gonna say one thing in here that happens is that Billy Blayson has this best friend, this black kid who he's hanging out with, and Billy is, of course, he's a foster kid, so he decides to kind of live on his own. He doesn't want to live with in a foster home. He just wants to live on his own, so he stays underground with the homeless people. And then one of his friends from the foster home, he comes to visit him all the time, and they're all looking at the newspaper. He's like, oh, Billy. He's like, oh man, look at me. They got a picture of me and Superman flying. We took down bad guys, and one of Billy's enemies sends out a spy, to find out who Captain Marvel really is. And the spy finds out it's Billy Blayson. And one night, they send like a team to take down Billy when before he says those magic words Shazam, and he becomes Captain Marvel. But it doesn't work out, and they shoot him, and the bullets bounce off him, and you can probably tell where this is going. And Billy's like, you guys are nothing. You should have never came here and attacked me. He says is why he's Captain Marvel. And what happens is, after everything's over and resolved, Billy's like, he's looking for his friend. He's like, where are you? Where are you at? And he looks behind him, and the kid's been shot, and there's blood coming out of him. It takes him to the hospital. He's like, I need some help. I need someone to help me out. And what happens is, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's very important to the story what happens. And at the end of the book, I guess DC, Jude Winnick was kind of setting up the idea that Clark Kent was going to adopt Billy Blayson, and I think that would have been a good idea. but I guess DC said no, and since he can be his own character, but they really haven't done anything with the character like Captain Marvel. He has a children's book, which is it's not really good, and that's pretty much it. They really haven't done anything with the character. It's just his single books have been kind of really dull. But anyway, I think that would have been a good idea if he would have adopted him. But I guess now he has the Marvel family, the Captain Marvel family. There's Murray Marvel, there's Captain Marvel, and all these different characters. And it was just a really great story. Their artwork was great. It's only 4 issues long. I think this is one of the better stories they've done with Captain Marvel, and Jude Winnick did a good job with this, and Joshua's artwork is just very fitting for this story. So if you get a chance, pick it up, read it, tell me what you think about it. I personally, it's one of my favorite stories. I ordered it off Amazon because a comic shop didn't have it, and I didn't feel like waiting, so I decided, I just order it. Good story though. It was really good. I really hope to see more work with Captain Marvel in the future for DC. I hope they're doing this Earth 1 thing for Batman and Superman. Hope Captain Marvel gets an Earth 1 book. Jude Winnick in return, he seems to understand the character very well, so I wouldn't mind him seeing Jude Winnick return to the title. And that's all I have to say about it. I don't want to give too much away. I've already kind of done that. But give it a look. It's a very good read. And I really don't have anything bad to say about it. The only thing I say, it was a little bit too short for me. That's all. But other than that, good read.